Hello and welcome to your April 2022 Tarot Scopes with me, Intuitive Rene. As always, such an honor and a privilege to be here with you and to bring you this content to keep you motivated, inspired, and focused on whatever is necessary for the month of April 2022. So, tarot scopes are always so much fun for me. We're sticking with the same format that we have used for the last couple of months. So we're doing a detailed spread, detailed layout, giving you guidance to help you navigate through the month ahead. So we're looking at April, month number 4. It is just quite mind-blowing how quickly 2022 is going. And I hope that you are managing to get through it fairly unscathed, fairly successful in whatever it is that you are doing for the time being. So if you are a returning subscriber or returning viewer to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for your love and support. Always means the world to me to have you return. And if you are a new visitor to my channel, welcome to you as well. I do hope that you enjoy it here and that you do consider subscribing to the channel to make sure that you see all the content that is available. So let's talk tarot scopes for a second. What are they? So tarot scopes are videos that I create towards the end of the previous month for the following month. So the time of recording these videos will be like the last week in March, and I release them in that time period so that you have them before the new month starts, so that you can be prepared, so that you can watch to see what the month ahead has in store for you, so that you can prepare yourself, brace yourself if necessary, so that you can take advantage of the energies that are around you. The tarot scopes, there are 12 individual videos done, and they are all completely different. I stick with the same kind of layout. I use the same spread, so it's the same questions that we're asking. I use the same deck, but obviously the readings are so different for each sign of the zodiac. This intro I recorded once and I stick it in the front of each of the 12 videos just to save myself repetitive talking. And I do set the intention with the tarot scopes that they be relevant for your sun sign, for the moon sign, and for your rising sign. So if you do know that much information about yourself, if you are familiar with your natal chart and you do have that, you're welcome to watch a couple more of the videos to get different aspects or different insights to who you are and what you're dealing with for the month of April. I also then strongly encourage you to come back to the video during the month of April. So halfway through, like, closer to the end or whatever it may be, when any time that you're facing a challenge or any time that you're facing a quandary, find yourself in a bit of a pickle, come back to the video, because you will certainly find some inspiration that might help you to make the decisions or the changes, or to make the movements in whichever direction you need to. So I do encourage you to come back. The video never gets taken down. It's always here. The months in question, so like now we're doing April, I will have the April videos highlighted on my YouTube channel. So if you're wondering about how to find it, you just go to youtube.com, you do a search for Intuitive Rene, and on my page you will see the April tarot scopes will be visible. And if you want to look at the past month, if you go, once you're on my YouTube channel, go to the playlists, you will see these, that they're all there. All the previous month's playlists, they're all there for you. So I do each month in a separate playlist just so that I can highlight it and make it easier for you to find. So what decks am I going to be working with today? Well, for our April tarot scopes, I'm going to be working with the Gilded Tarot Royale. I love the Gilded Tarot, I really do. So I have the Gilded Tarot Royale, and this is by Ciro Marchetti. I'm going to be working with his deck. I do have the little mini on hand as well, just in case we need some clarifiers. So we have the two. I love working with these, what I call tarot families. So I've got those two. And then I have the Oracle deck that I want to work with, is this one, which is a combined Oracle deck. It's got 2 decks in it, both by the same person. I think Wendy Andrews is her name. I hope I haven't got it wrong. So this is the Goddess Dream Oracle, and the Goddess Love Oracle. So you can see that they are, I'm looking for a purple, there we go. So you can see I've got the yellow and the purple. So the one is the Goddess Dream Oracle and the other one is the Goddess Love Oracle, and I have combined them into a single deck, which means that double the gorgeousness, double the gloriousness. So those are the decks that I'm going to be working with. I am going to switch the camera around, so you will see my table. You will have a top-down view of the cards, so that it just means that less of my face and more of the important stuff. So I will swap the camera around so that you get to see onto the table, see the cards as they are, lay them all out, and give you all the information that you need to keep you motivated and inspired for the month of April. So if you enjoyed the video, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. By doing that, by engaging with the video, by giving it a thumbs up and a little comment below, basically what you're doing is you're telling YouTube that this is good content and that they should recommend it to other people. And that's the best way to support me and to ensure that I'm able to continue bringing you this free content. And if you haven't already done so, maybe consider joining my YouTube channel memberships. For a small monthly fee, you get access to me. I'm a poet. We do all sorts of interesting things on the YouTube channel membership. So if you click, wrong side, if it should be just down there, click the join button. There'll be all sorts of information explaining the different tiers, the different layouts, what you get, what you don't get. All of that information is there. So do consider joining. I've got quite a beautiful, wonderful group of people who do subscribe and do support the work that I do in that way. And I do so value and appreciate each one of them. I'm going to stop babbling because you are here to find out about April. You are not here for my awful sales pitch. My awful sales pitch. So friends, as I said, I'm going to swap the camera around. We're going to get onto your zodiac and we're going to give you all the information that you need. Let's get going. Right, Aquarius, let's get into your reading and let's have a look and see what the month of April has in store for you. So I'm shuffling the oracle cards, and the oracle cards are going to give us your theme for the month ahead. So just giving the cards a little bit of a shuffle as we set the intention, oopsie, to, oh, you know what, I'm going to take that one. I'm going to take that one for you, Aquarius. Why not? It went flying and it looks amazing. I mean, just look at this. So this is card 26. It is the card of passion, and it says burning with life's passion. Burning with life's passion. And on the card here we have this lady. She looks like she's made of fire, doesn't she? She looks like she's got all this light and all this fire sort of emanating out of her. Even her fingertips are glowing, you know, on each of her fingers. They're glowing like crazy. We have got lion energy, we have got wolf energy, dog energy. I don't know quite what it is, if that's a wolf or a wolf or a fox. I think that's what I was looking for, wolf or fox. But what we do have here is fire, passion, excitement, enthusiasm, all of those things. What we also have here is lack of fear. I love that. So Aquarius, lack of fear. We have got passion and enthusiasm and drive, and not being afraid of consequences, not being afraid of the who, the why, the when, and the how. Just recognizing that life is to be enjoyed, life is to be lived, and that you're prepared, ready, and eager to just get on and do, and to just get on and live. You know, not overthinking things, not over questioning things, just sort of going with the flow, but allowing your heart center, your heart space to drive you and to guide you with passion and with enthusiasm. You know, it's quite interesting. As I'm talking, I'm sort of listening to the words in my head. And what I'm hearing is that sometimes in life we can do things because it's the right thing to do. We can do things because it's, you know, what we have to do. And when we do things, you know, just because it's the right thing to do, etc., when we do it without that burning desire of passion, we do a good job, sure, but it's not as fantastic as it would have been if we'd put a dash of passion in with it. So for example, if you're making a cup of tea, you know, there's a cup of tea and then there's a cup of tea, you know what I mean, hey? And the difference is that the difference is if you do it because, oh, you know what, it's the habit and it's what you do. But if you do it because, oh wow, you know what, and you're going to put love in it and you're going to put that passion and that enthusiasm into it, then just suddenly that cup of tea just tastes so different. Right, so as you can see, I'm already dishing out cards. I'm going to lay out all 10 cards before I start the interpretations of them. But oh, the passion is here without a doubt. So Aquarius, look at all these gorgeous colors. Oh, I'm loving this. So it looks like so far April is going to be exciting. April is going to give you the opportunity to climb out of your comfort zone. Of course, April is going to give you the opportunity to climb out of your comfort zone. April is going to give you the opportunity to just feel things on a different level, on a level that maybe you haven't actually been paying attention to. So we come into the month of April and we have this beautiful Temperance card. I mean, just look at her. She is so passionate. She is so involved. She is so in the now and in the moment. And she truly is living her best life. I love the fact that she is naked while still being modest. Okay. So she has this little bit of coverings around her, but it's the colors, and you can see that there's wind and there's flowing and there's all of these kind of energies. In her one hand, she's holding a golden cup, which has got flame. In her other hand, she's got a silver cup, which has got water. Now, water and fire are like the opposites, aren't they? They're from the opposite spectrums, but yet they work so well together. The one empowers the other. The one diminishes the other. They have this love-hate kind of relationship. And, you know, I'm sure you've heard people say that there's such a fine line between love and hate. And that fine line is where the passion lies. So you're coming into April feeling this desire deep inside your soul. And when I'm talking about passion, we're not necessarily talking about, you know, body-to-body interactions. That's me trying to be polite. What we're talking about is just that zest for life, just that enthusiasm for experiences and emotions and feelings and truth, if I can put it that way. Now, the interesting thing that we've got going here, Aquarius, is this Five of Cups. Five of Cups is the card of disappointment. Five of Cups is the card of just feeling emotionally spent, emotionally overwhelmed, emotionally exhausted, and emotionally spent. And the message that's coming through here, when I look at these two cards together for you, Capricorn, is that, you know, you are passionate. You're passionate about everything that you're interested in. And if you're not interested in something, you're really not interested in it. It's simple as that. You're either on or you're off. It's yes or it's no. It's up or it's down. It's happy or it's sad. There's no gray areas with you, okay? And it's very clear that we can see this here. And we've got to understand that that is passion. Even this is passion, because it's feeling something on such a deep level. And if we look at this particular card, look at the expression on his face, you can see that he is feeling on a really, really deep level. So whether it's a happy emotion or whether it's a sad emotion, one thing's for sure, Aquarius, is that you feel it deep inside your soul. Okay, and April is not going to let you down. April is going to be full of those. Now, the undercurrent, where all of this is coming from and where all of this is going to, here we have the Eight of Wands. And Eight of Wands is the card of movement and change. But it's telling you that the movement and change is already in motion. Things have already been set in motion. That wheel has already been, they've already been shot off. Now, we've just got to wait for them to land. The Eight of Wands is the card that says, you know, change is inevitable, but it's already started. It's already triggered. It's already happening. All you've got to do is be patient and wait to see where it lands. While you're waiting, while we're waiting to see what unfolds and what comes through for you and what the future holds, we have to just trust that everything's going to be okay, because you know what, Aquarius, it absolutely is. It absolutely is. But even though you're not in control, even though that it's already started, the movement and the change is already in motion, you can still be enthusiastic, you can still be emotional, you can still be passionate about the things that matter to you, because I think it's about understanding what truly matters to you. So what's behind you, or what's in the past? Here we have the Six of Pentacles, which is, I mean, here he is, he's helping people. He's standing at his balcony. He has measuring and weighing up his money, weighing up the things that mean the most to him. Everybody is asking for help and assistance, so he's throwing coins at them. Now, the interesting thing to note is none of these two hands that we can see here are actually grabbing the coin. Their hands are open and they're saying, help me, help me, help me, but they're not taking
the help that he's offering. And that's because they may be not asking for money. They may be asking for help in other ways. And because he has an abundance of money, and because money is so important to him, he assumes that everybody wants what he has of excess. So he's handing out the money, but they're not taking the money. Now, the interesting thing here, Aquarius, is that your focus in the past has been on helping other people, on being supportive, of being kind, of being compassionate and caring, of being passionate about helping other people. But maybe that's where this disappointment is coming from, because maybe the help that you've been giving in the past hasn't really been working. And maybe we've got something already set in motion. Maybe there's a change that's already initiated, that's already happening or in progress, which is going to help you to change this, because you've spent so much of your energy helping other people, guiding other people, being there for other people, and it hasn't really got you anywhere. It hasn't really got you anywhere, which is maybe why we're feeling so passionate about it at the moment. So our next card is the Glorious Chariot card, and this is the support that Spirit have for you right now. So Spirit is saying just stay focused on your path, okay? And if you just stay focused on your path, if you stay committed to what you've started out, what you've set out to do and achieve, if you know what's truly important and what truly matters for you, and if you stay focused on that without worrying about anybody else, you'll actually be fine, okay? So Aquarius, Spirit is saying, you know, that the time of sacrifice, the time of giving and doing and being for other people is done now. If you need to find your passion, to find your enthusiasm, your courage, your strength, your tenacity, all of those beautiful words, to find that part of yourself, it's about staying focused on the journey and making sure that no matter what you do, that you've got the balance. But understanding that during the month of April, you're going to see a lot of change happening. And you know what? It's going to bring you such success. So here we have the trophy. It is the card of the world. And you can see that she is victorious. She is celebrating. She has achieved, accomplished, and succeeded at absolutely everything. How did she do that? Because of that fiery passion. That passion, you can see how that fire is burning in the background there. That passion is what has driven her to succeed. And that is what will drive you to succeed. So you've got to know that April is about accomplishments, it's about doing, it's about achievements, it's about celebrating your victories, celebrating your successes. And if people don't want to take your help, if people don't want to accept your help, then just leave them be, because actually we haven't got time for that. There's no time for that, Aquarius. No time for that. We need to stay focused. We need to stay focused. We need to stay committed. We need to wait to see what happens. But you need to know that success, happiness, and victory, passionate victory, is absolutely yours for the taking. Now, these two cards down the bottom here are really intriguing me for you, Aquarius, because what we've got over here is the Ten of Wands. Now, Ten of Wands is a card of burden. It's a card of exhaustion. If you have a look, you can see that he's walking on an uphill. It's a very slow, gradual uphill. And you know what? When you start, if you've ever walked a slow, gradual uphill, you'll know that when you start, it feels fun. It feels like, you know what, I can do this. This is easy. This is easy. This is easy. This is easy, until it isn't. And all of a sudden, you're feeling like, oh my gosh, when is this hill going to end? When is it going to stop? And not only is he walking uphill, but he's also carrying a heavy load. And Aquarius, this is what you've been through, okay? People, when they look at you, when they see you, they're seeing somebody who carries the weight of the world on their shoulders. And people are looking at you going, gosh, you know, how much more can you take on? How much more can you take on? And they're recognizing that you're walking, you know, a long, slow uphill. It doesn't stop them from adding their sticks to your back. It doesn't stop them from, you know, getting you to carry for them. It doesn't stop them from doing that at all. But you know what? We have to be passionate, because it's that passion, it's that drive, it's that enthusiasm that will help you achieve everything that you need to. And with this card coming through here, the Seven of Swords. Now, Aquarius, the Seven of Swords is the card for me of planning. It's telling you that you need to take opportunities as soon as they strike, that you're not always going to have time to plan and strategize and sleep on it and think it through. But even though you need to react quite quickly, and even though you need to respond quite quickly, you still can afford to take a minute to strategize, take a minute to think it through, take a minute to ponder what is the right way of handling this, what is the right way of doing this. Because if you don't, you're not always going to succeed. And we need to stop being focused on everybody else, and we need to start focusing on ourselves, because the conflict here is just actually quite crazy. It really is. It's quite crazy. So Aquarius Spirit is saying to you that April is going to put you in these situations where you're going to have some tough decisions and choices to make. And the answer is always going to be passion. Okay? The answer is always going to be burning with life's passion. You're only going to do things if you want to. You're only going to do things if you're excited about it. You're only going to do things if you know that you're going to win. You're not going to do things to help other people unless that is your burning passion. If it's like, oh, you know, I like helping people, that's not enough. That's not enough. It needs to be that driving force, the reason that you get up every day. Okay. Now, I think this is the toughest card out of all of them for you, Aquarius, because the Eight of Cups is saying that in order for you to achieve what you need to achieve, you may have to walk away from people, from circumstances and situations. So Aquarius, this Eight of Cups is saying to you, don't feel bad, okay? Sometimes, in order for you to succeed and achieve and to have and accomplish and etc., sometimes it means walking away, turning your back on something that you have spent a lot of time and effort on. You know, I have to bring back into it this disappointment card, because how many times do we need to feel disappointed? How many times do we need to feel let down? How many times do we need to feel rejected before we realize we're doing it wrong, you know? And I think, Aquarius, this is exactly what Spirit is saying to you, is that let's recognize that things aren't going the way that they should. Let's recognize that in order for you to succeed and to have the happiness and to accomplish everything that you need to, you've got to stop carrying other people's burdens. You've got to stop thinking about yourself. And in doing so, you may have to walk away. You may have to turn your back on something that you have never done before, and it'll be okay. It will be okay. And I know that because a little bit of self-reflection, a little bit of doing things differently, if you can just turn your world upside down for a brief second, you will be amazed at what you see, what comes out of it, and the opportunities that present themselves to you. But you have to be brave enough, strong enough, passionate enough to take that risk. And Aquarius, if you can do that, if you can take those risks, and if you can stop doing things a little bit differently, like actually the sky is the limit. And I'm saying that as I'm looking at the sky here. There's the earth. The sky is the limit. There are no limits to what you can do and what you can achieve. The happiness that you're going to gain for yourself, the success that you're going to gain for yourself is out of this world. If you can let go of other people's issues, drama, and trying to do the right thing, because it's not getting you anywhere. So April looks like it's going to be very, very interesting indeed, Aquarius. And I think, you know what, you've got to start doing what's right for you. You've got to start making sure that the only thing that matters is your drive, your enthusiasm, and your passion. Your passion for yourself, your passion for your happiness, and your passion for your success, because that is the only thing that matters. Right, Aquarius, I'm wishing you a month of love, a month of happiness, a month of joy. And with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care.